Madam President,
Senator from Rhode Island.
it is a great honor to join my senior colleague, Senator Reid, here on the Senate floor together to remember someone we both knew very well, Jim Taricani, a legendary investigative reporter who not only we knew well, but who so many Rhode Islanders knew well. If there was a rule in Rhode Island, when Jim called, you answered. He was always tough. He was always fair. He was the founder of WJAR's I-Team, a storied investigative unit for the NBC affiliate in Rhode Island. Jim started working as a reporter in the 1970s when the New England Mafia was still active on the streets of Providence. He became known for segments exposing organized crime and for sniffing out public corruption, and at times a bit of a combination of both. Jim's news sense and his doggedness were legendary. Jim was a Rhode Island icon. In a small state with more than its share of stories to tell and plenty of larger-than-life characters, investigative journalists have always had a particular prominence. For more than 3 decades, Jim was among the best of them all. He was brave. When a federal judge ordered Jim to divulge who had provided him with a tape of a bribe being accepted at Providence City Hall, he opted for a prison sentence rather than give up his source. The courage of Jim Taricani made national headlines. He ended up serving 4 months of home confinement and testified before Congress in 2007 in support of a federal shield law to protect the freedom of the press. Rhode Islanders felt a personal connection to Jim for another reason. Jim needed a new heart in the 1990s after having suffered 2 heart attacks in his 30s. He shared this health saga on the air, allowing WJAR cameras to follow along as he underwent a heart transplant and navigated his recovery. From living rooms and kitchen tables across Rhode Island, Rhode Islanders rooted for Jim as his health improved and ultimately he returned to the newsroom. The transplant would give him 23 more years, which he called his bonus. Jim passed away last month at the age of 69. With the free press under more strain than almost any other point in our nation's history, Jim's funeral became a really important moment. The photo that Senator Reid just showed on the front page of the Providence Journal the next day was a sight to behold. More than 50 journalists showed up to serve as Jim Taricani's honor guard. The honor guard had dozens of reporters from across Rhode Island, not just from WJAR, but from all of its competitors too. Journalists came from other parts of the country who had crossed paths with Jim at Channel 10 during time they spent in Rhode Island. They had come back to see off a friend, a hero, and a staunch defender of the First Amendment. I join Senator Reid today in thinking of Jim's beloved wife, Lori White, and the many friends of theirs who mourn Jim's passing. He will, Madam President, be missed. I yield the floor.